Where are all my Mexicans at? Oh, yeah. Who the hell's washing the dishes? Good God. Oh, man, I heard a story not too recently ago that I guess the Republicans have come up with an idea for the border. They decided that they wanted to put a fence between, like a wall between Mexico and America. And I was like, it's about time, because we were running out of things to graffiti. I'll even help build that crap. You know, oh, man. It's good to be out here, though, in L.A., man. One of the other things that they did, that the president of Mexico did, man, recently, it was like last summer, he went out on TV and he said that Mexicans were only taking jobs that black people didn't want. Yeah, and it got kind of quiet like it did here. Yeah. But then Jesse Jackson came out on TV and he goes, that is ludicrous. That is ridiculous. Black people will be out in the fields day after day, picking cotton. And in the background, there's a couple brothers going, no, Jesse, that's how they got us the last time, bro. No. Oh, man. I got myself all prepped up to come out here, man. I went out and got my eyebrows waxed recently. Yeah, I did, man. They were hairier than this. Yeah, I did. I went and got my eyebrows waxed because I was going for that mexosexual look. Yeah. Except when I did it, I just looked like a large gay Count Chocula. Oh, yeah, it's funny now, man. But wait till your mother's walking down the street with a box of cereal. Have you seen my mijo? My mijo? For the white folks and the Chinese in the back, that means son. Just in case, just letting you know, man. You might not laugh at everything I say, but you might learn a few Spanish words, go home, hang out with your Mexican friends, share a burrito, ride a donkey, hit a piñata, steal a car. You know what I'm talking about. I'm about keeping it real right here, man. I even got my toenails there, man. I got the pedicure too, man. Yeah, I did that because my toenails were starting to look like talons. Yeah, and I was afraid like one night I would wake up with my feet clutching a goat. Then my roommate would think that I was the chupacabra. Start chasing me around with a stick. Oh, man. That's probably why they call me a Coco back where I come from, man. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, the Chinese and the white guys, Coco is Spanish for, well, it stands for coconut, which basically means they were saying I was brown on the outside, white on the inside, which really sucked for my brother because he's gay, so they call him Cocoa Puffs. Oh, I know I look big and tough and everything, folks, but I'm really not. The toughest thing about me is my nickname, Big Al. You know, it just suggests that I'm big and I'm tough. I'm really not, man. I grew up in the suburbs down in Silicon Valley. So, like, the closest thing I ever came to a gang fight was being cast in the musical West Side Story. Yeah. And I'll tell you, folks, and some of you hardcore Latinos out here, you know what I'm talking about. When you're getting in a fight and Paco's coming at you with a shiv, jazz hands just don't cut it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I know karate. I'm like, yeah, I know Fosse. What up? Oh, man. One of the things is, you know, man, it's how many people under the age of 21 here tonight? No? How many people are 21 right here? 2, 3, 4. You know what? It's good for you, but I feel sorry for you guys, man, because you guys are growing up in a totally different generation. Because right now, it's scary growing up right now because sex is so scary. Because there's so many diseases out there right now. You know what I'm talking about? They got so many. They got like what? They got the HIV. They got herpes. They got child support. They don't got no shot for that, man. You get that, that's 18 years of misery. Right there. And sex, man. Sex is so hard. It's so weird. It's so difficult, man. And you know what, guys? I'm just going to share this with you because I learned this. I learned this recently, man. I just want to share this with you. Sex can be so much better. You know how? Titties. Titties. And I know you're thinking, yeah, titties are cool, man. They're fun to look at. They stimulate me. They're fun to play with. You tweak the nipples. You know, it's fun. She gets happy. Yeah, that's all good, people. Keep that. That's all good for you, man. Your lady's going to love you. But check this out, man. Titties are also there to help guide you. They're there for timing, rhythm, tempo, pace. You know what I mean? They're sort of like a sexual pentameter. I'll explain to you guys. I know you're looking at me going, Big Al, what the hell are you talking about? Well, this is what's up, man. When you're having sex, man, and you're hitting it just right, you know what I mean? When you're tapping it just right, and those titties are moving, man, what you want, if you're hitting it right, guys, you should be getting that wax on, wax off motion. You know what I'm talking about? They should be doing it like this, because you know you're doing it wrong if you're getting that. You know what I'm talking about? That wax on, wax off? Because if you're doing that one wax on, wax off, and the other one's doing paint the fence, that's when you know you ain't hitting it right, guys. don't care what you're telling your lady. You gotta go, go get the Kama Sutra or something. You know what I'm talking about? And sex is crazy, man. I mean, it's like for me, the other day, it's like not even the other day. It was like a couple weeks ago. I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't get laid that often. It was like a couple weeks ago, and she was 18. She was younger than I am, and yeah, she was 18. It's all good, man. Don't worry about it. And it's not like you were fucking. Yeah. But check it out, man. It was good, man. It was really good, man. And it was like, she was tight. Like, I don't even know how to describe how tight she was so tight. She was like, what? She was like baby tight. And, oh, no, come on, people. No. That's not me, man. That's illegal. You don't screw with babies, man, because it's illegal and it's messy and they cry and that's I don't do that. That's not my. But she was tight, man. That's all I'm saying. And I'm a Catholic. And here's the weird thing. I don't use the Lord's name in vain. Never. Yeah, I have premarital sex, but I never use the Lord's name in vain. Which is like totally weird, especially like when you're having that baby tight sex, you know what I mean? And I was hitting it, and I was getting to the point where I was ready to orgasm, right? It was coming, I was ready, And it was like, I didn't know what to say. It's like, and because I don't want to use the Lord's name in vain, so like the only thing I can think of at that moment, I was just like, Lord of the Rings! And she looked at me, she's like, did you just say Lord of the Rings, Frodo? I was like, no, yes, I said Lord of the Rings. She said, you said Lord of the Rings? I said, yes, I said Lord of the Rings. And tell me, if this gentleman right here said Lord of the Rings while you were having sex, what would you say? That's not sexy. There's nothing sexy about that, right? Lord of the Rings, say it. Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings. Say it again. Still not sexy. What do you got to do? And what's the alternative? What? Lord of the Ring? That's not sexy. That's just creepy. That's just creepy. All right, so you don't like that. That's okay. We'll move on, people. That's okay. You don't like the creepy stuff. That's all right, man. It's all right. So you guys got big dicks out here. I'm sorry. You don't need cock rings to hold in the condom. It's my fault, I was buying the Magnum when I should have been buying the kimono, It's sorry. Excuse me, LA. I'm from San Francisco. It's a little different out there. You got to watch your back. Speaking of which, I don't plan to go to prison like the rest of my family. But if I do, ladies and gentlemen, I've come up with a plan. I'm going to get a tattoo of a culo on either side of my own culo. Yeah, I know some of the rest of you, like the white folks, you're wondering, Big Al, why would you do something like that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I ever go to prison and it goes down like that, at least I got a 2 in 3 chance, right? Because there ain't going to be any brown eye for this prison guy. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to stay away from the showers completely, because that's where the bad stuff happens, right? One minute you're watching yourself with Irish Spring, the next thing you know, you drop the soap and somebody's got their Willy Wonka in your chocolate factory. And that's all bad, man. That's all bad. Oh, man. I was reading this story the other day, man, and it was cool, man, because I like science. And the story said that scientists have discovered that if given the options, monkeys prefer monkey porn to food. Yeah. And I read that, I was like, wow, they got monkey porn? That's wild, man. And then on the other page, there was this other story about this lady. She had her face mauled off by a pit bull, and she had it completely ripped off. And they actually took another face, and they put it on her face. They transplanted. It's the world's first face transplant. And it took 3 months for it to heal. And this is crazy stuff. And it took 3 months, and she spoke for the first time last week. And you guys know what she said? Which loosely translated to, they got monkey porn? And then her face fell off, so that was kind of weird, man. Before I get out of here, I'm going to explain this, too. This is another thing. I got these little manatees here. Yeah, man-titties, and it's awkward, man, when you're having sex, because you got to have sex with somebody who's got bigger titties than you, because it's awkward when you're naked, and you're both the same size, and then it's like you're naked and you're looking at her titties and she's looking at your titties, and then you don't know who's going to lick who's first, right? And it's like hell awkward. You're like, all right, let's flip a coin, And it's like, I win, and then she gets mad, she walks out of the room, and there I am, right, with lotion and what, monkey porn?